What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and, because I'm not going to be in the simulator for about a week and a half, we're heading out on vacation in the morning. Let's do DJPerrr's 2-foot Gimme League. Let's check out the vitals. Well, first of all, where is it? It's the Wild Wild West tournament at Wild Rock Golf Club. I don't believe I'm familiar with that one. Here are your vital statistics. Obviously, it's a 2-foot gimme, 7,000 yards. So this is going to probably be a bit difficult. I don't hit very far off the tee. Stimps 11 on the greens. Green and fairway firmnesses are normal. And we are going to be at a whopping 801 feet of elevation here. Hope nobody gets a bloody nose. All right, let's load this sucker up. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. And it looks like we're starting out with a 520-yard par 5. Okay. That's where the driver might hit if it's actually working today. You can at least give us a fairway in regulation, even though it was a 180-yard drive. I can hit, I don't know, 60 yards further than that with my 3-wood. Let's see. Cha. All right, we know we can't get there even with the 3, so let's smash 3 here. Oh, good gravy. Good gravy. The fun never ends here in the simulator, guys. It just never ends. Okay, 215. Let's try this club here. I don't think we're going to get there. There's some water up there. Uh-oh. We didn't even get over the water. Okay. Getting a little tired here. My shots are getting sloppy. I think it might have been a better idea to call it after the last round. But here we are. Let's finish out. Okay, we'll stick with what we know here. Oh crap, we're not even on the green yet. Okay, 11, leaden. Little bump and run here. Two-foot gimme auto putt. / auto putt. Yep. Oh! Okay, you always love taking a double on the first hole, but you see it probably more than you think. Let's try 3-wood off the deck here. The driver is just not doing anything, but maybe the 3-wood will. Okay, that's a little bit better. Not quite far enough to get us onto the fairway because yours truly did not aim the ball. Is this all? Yeah, it's all collider. Let's take our medicine and get out of here. I think we should be able to hit the lob wedge out of here. What did we lose there? Oh, we lost 20% out of just the regular rough. If that's true, this is gonna be a round. Let's call it a round. 116. Let's hit the gap wedge here. Let's check and see on the next time that we're in the rough if it's a 20% penalty again, because that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. Get up there. Get up there. Uh-oh. Okay, it stopped. I thought we were gonna roll off the green Augusta style there. 25, 35, 30, I don't know, 38 or so yards, excuse me, feet. Oh yeah, that was bad A, buddy. That was something else. Okay, faux fitty. I think I remember these little water towers or whatever they are. I don't know why you'd have a water tower right there. I certainly don't hit 300-yard drives. 3 wood off the deck. Had to throw in the towel on the driver. It's just not, it's not working. All right, okay, so here's a good, here's a chance to see what the penalty is out of. It's just regular rough. We still got to go 230, so let's hit the 3 wood again and see what the penalty is. Not a great shot, but we can see what the penalty is, and we're probably going to be in the rough again anyway. Okay, penalty was 11%. So the rough's all over the place here, which is fine. The plan is to not be in the rough. Okay, pushed it again, and it's just, looks like we're in the poop. Yeah, I went right under that ball. That'd have been funny if it had just popped straight up in the air. Well, it'd have been funny for you guys. It wouldn't have been probably that funny for me. Okay, so we just took a nearly 30% out of the green side bunker. Write that down on your scorecard. All right, hold up. So 27% out of the green side bunker and some strange percentage out of the rough. And you do have to build all this into your GSPro calculations, right? Okay, that rolled way further than that in the sim. Did we take a power penalty on the rough? Because my goodness. 194. Okay, even a blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes. We actually flushed a 6-iron for the first time, I think, today. Lot of left to right break here. 48, 55, 650 something. Let's just hit the ball here. My HLA was fine. I'm not quite sure what just happened there, if I'm being completely honest. Watch the replay. Do whatever you would like. 13 footer here. What is the stimp on these greens? Okay, it's 11 stimp. We're getting the hell kicked out of us here, folks. Let's see here. Little mind bender here. Bogue. Okay. Okay. Let's move over here. Probably a little higher than it should have gone. I'm guessing it was thick and heely. Okay, what do we got going on here? 140, 150. My cheat sheet for distances at this elevation is all over the place. Sit. Okay. 11 stimpy stimp. It's wanting us to use a lob wedge. I don't think so. Homie, don't play that. Putter, 8. Okay, par. Let's give our driver another chance here. It doesn't deserve it, but it's the best we can do right now, right? That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I'm sorry about all those mean things I said about you, driver. 300 yards, baby. Okay, oh, there's so much danger over here. I wouldn't want to hit out of that. I would not want to hit out of that. All right, what do we got? 77 plus 4. Let's just give this a firm whack here, because if I'm not mistaken, the greenside bunker on the last one we were in was just devastating as far as power. Okay. We only lost 22%. I guess the last one was 27. It is what it is. What we've got now is a pretty troublesome little putt here. Let's give it a bit of oomph and see if we can get it over near the pin. That was super weird. Okay, I should have looked at the heat map because we're going off the back, it looks like here. Heat map doesn't show a ton of elevation change with the color gradient, but here we are, 20, 29 here. Kind of racking up the strokes here at this point. Okay, that was just a regular old bogey. Okay, we know we're gonna slice over here a good bit. Okay, I'm guessing we went under it again. 200-yard drive is what it is. So we've got quite a ways to go here, folks. Quite a ways to go. Alrighty, should have aimed a little bit to the left. Give us a good bounce. Let's see what we can get here. 61 yards. That was 50 yards offline, folks. That's pretty, that's half a football field if you're keeping track at home. That is half of a football field. All right, somehow managed to get out of there unscathed, if you could call it that. We're gonna go up another stroke here, almost undoubtedly, 24 feet. I wasn't even able to get it to the hole there. We're uphill, I suppose. Okay, another bogue. Let's see if we can slow the bleeding here and get at least underneath a bogey pace. Some rounds are just better than others. We're still rolling, 120 yarder here. I'm being told that that is my pitching wedge. Not quite though. Nine. Oh, baby, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, 165. Sources tell me that's a 7-iron. Nice flush shot, but I pushed it. Don't do that. Oh, you've just ruined your Pro V1. Uh-oh. It's like we're playing chutes and ladders here. Okay. Let's put this club back and snag us a lobby lob wedge. Aim to the right a little bit. We're in the deep rough and we need to go, I don't know. Let's call it face value here. That was weird. Good old Discord, baby. Parski. Okay, we had a birdie and a par, so we've dropped below that bogey pace we were on. 334. I'm guessing this is a par 5. It is. Let's see if we can get this up here. It's quite a bit of elevation to climb. Got to get something under this here. Not ideal. Probably wouldn't find your ball, but the GSPro, the gnomes that work for GSPro will locate your ball for you at the low price of $250 a year, is what I'm being told. Okay, that's just word on the cell block. I don't know if that's actually how it works. I just know I've never lost a ball in GSPro. Somebody always finds it for me. Okay, pushed another one. Thought I had a pretty sturdy grip on there. GSPro has said otherwise. 40, let's call it 50 yards out. Ball's gonna wanna go a little to the right. Let's try to land at like 45 yards here. I think that was a little weak. Yeah. Apparently the green is surrounded directly by rough here. Okay, ball's gonna wanna come out right, but the lie is to the right too, or the slope. That's not bad. Par 5, we should hopefully get out of here with a par. No, this is for bogey, dude. That took way too many shots. That's the good thing about 2-foot gimmies. You feel like you're really good at putting. 221, probably, let's call it 210 with the wind. Well out of my range. It's a par 3 too, that's unfortunate. We know we're pushing everything, so let's just aim over here. Not a bad shot, but again, it's a par 3, and we gotta get up to the pin here now. What time is it? It's time to be done almost here. 11th hole. 11th hole, baby. 21 downhill. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves with this chip shot here. Pitch shot. Not bad at all. Not bad, sir. Okay, and this is for Parsky. We should be fine. I don't see anything. The only thing that'll get us is our own horizontal launch angle here. And we're fine. We did it. All right, what do we got here? 415. Well, we'll aim for right in this direction here. I feel like I've played this course recently. Boy, I'll tell you what, that would have just been a gem of a shot if it was in the fairway. Little 240 yarder there with the 3-wood. I'm pretty sure all these trees and all this crap has colliders, and you will deeply regret your life if you try to get through it. So let's see what kind of an alternative we have. Gotta take our medicine on this and chip it out like 55 yards. Remember, deep rough, so probably want to hit it closer to 65, 70 here. And then after we're done wasting that stroke, we're about $1.20 out. And maybe we can get this nice and close to the pin. But this is a tough little course, so I'm not quite sure that's going to happen here. Let's see. Pushed it to the right. No harm, no foul. That'd have been a sexy little shot if it would have been online. But I am pushing everything here. At least I'm aware of it, right? The evil you know is better than the evil you don't know. Right now, I am my own worst enemy. Okay, we got to pop this up. 13 here. I was trying to land that a little closer to the origination of the shot, but it didn't pan out. Okay, this is for bogey. It's just taken us too many strokes to get to the pin here. Oh boy, I blew that pretty bad. That's going to roll to the front of the green, I'll bet. 8-10 footer here. We were able to sink that. Grabbed another double, unfortunately. We are still underneath bogey pace. I'm a 25 handicap golfer. I would say between a 20 and a 25 handicap. I know that's not an actual thing, but that's what I am in real life. So it'll only be 10 strokes over after 12's not too bad, right? Okay, that got cremated. Remember, that's a 3-wood, guys. My driver just is not cutting the mustard. Let's hit a 5 here and hope we don't go in that red stuff over there. But we've been pushing everything today. And there's another push. Bounce left. That's not left. That's the opposite of left. Okay, how hairy of a predicament are we in here? What's in front of us? All kind of stuff. I can't see. Hide objects isn't working. Right. Let's just hit the ball. Let's hit the ball. 130, 66. Let's just hit the ball, folks. 66 yards. Probably close to 7 to 5. Stop. Okay. If you were to actually hit a shot that nice out of that lie, I'd certainly go grab some beers. So hide objects makes the shadows go away. I wish it was a little more useful than that, but we're not there. Okay, let's hit this like 9 feet here. Into the hole to save par. Ooh, 500 yards. What are we on here? Number 14. Let's move all the way over to the right here again. And let's hit the ball in that general direction. Let's hit the ball. Okay, that was fat. We should be in the fairway though. Good and fat. Still got 200 yards out of it, thankfully. We still need this same club. Let's get up here. We know it's gonna slice right, more than likely. Or not. Or not. Okay. 85 out of the roughy rough. Let's do, what does the heat map on the green look like? That's a low part of the green. $85. Let's hit the lob wedge firmly here. That seemed to have panned out nicely. I'm only ever looking for pars. This is for birdie. Let's see if we can keep the horizontal launch angle under control here. Yes, sir. Okay. We have dropped to single digits above par. 160 here. I'm gonna have to go with a 7-iron, and maybe she'll stick. Okay, it's floating a little to the right. We should be at least on the dance floor here. Good play, good play. But you can see we have a very dangerous putt coming here. Let's aim right here and hit a little Hail Mary. I don't know. That doesn't even seem like enough, honestly. 30. Let's hit it like 26 feet here and let it dribble over. That was not adequate. Where are we at here? Little 7 footer here. Okay. Saved another par. 16th hole at Wild Rock Golf Club. I wouldn't say this is exactly the easiest course I've ever played, but I am also relegated to hitting a 3-wood off the tee. So there you have it, folks. All right, we should be, did I speak too soon? Give me a good bounce. Okay. We're gonna lose, I don't know, let's call it 5% out of here. So we need to hit this another. What's going on with this tree over here? Whoa. Are they cutting lumber or something? 184. Let's hit a 6-iron. The Mizuno Pro 221 6-iron. And see if we can get something going here. I don't like where I'm aimed though. There we go. There's a little sand trap or something in front of the green I can see there. That was thin and it's heading right. We'll still be in the fairway, but we are not on after 2 shots, so we'll be lucky to get a par here. 27 yards out. I don't feel like doing a bump and run here. 27. I don't know, 22, 23. Good distance, but we pushed it again. We seem to be pushing a lot of things. Be pushing up daisies. All right, this is for par. or we will slip back into the grasp of double-digit over par here. Okay, we were able to sink that putt. That's really cool. I like that. 17th hole, 339-yard par 4. Let's see if we can cut that distance down a smidge here with the 3-wood off the deck, because that's where what we're doing right now. Nice and thick, and it's coming over to the left. We should just be in the regular rough, but you can see we only hit about 160 yards. It's just, I'm not striking the ball well today. We are over it at this point. We're on the 17th hole. 171 out of the muck. Let's hit a 6 again. Super thin. It's probably time to hang the clubs up for the day. Getting tired. Getting lazy. 35 yards here. Let's try to hit it about, I don't know, 30, 31. Not enough there. Let's just say that. We're probably looking at another bogey or worse here, unfortunately. Playing quite a break. 25-footer here. And we were not able to get it into that circle. Let's see if we can sink this for bogey here. Quite a break, quite a break. All right, let's see if we can drop a stroke here on 18. It is a par 4, 400-yard par 4. I wouldn't say it's out of the question, but we really need a good drive here in order to not have a long iron shot into the green. Okay, that could be just the drive we needed there. Stay 250, which is going to leave us a buck 50 into the pin, and we're downhill. Where do we start being downhill though? 999. Okay, we can safely say it's downhill. 40. Let's hit a nice firm 8-iron and see if we can get near this pin. I'm liking it. Oh. Let's see how bad the slopage is here. Okay, this is a kind of a crummy little putt even at this distance, unfortunately. Let's see what we can do. We're breaking pretty hard. Little 7-footer, nice and easy here. We're flat. Just missed her, unfortunately there. Too much mustard. Let's put it in for a par and be done with the round here. Okay, a little bit better scorecard than last time. I think we shot a 91. There you have that. Handful of pars, handful of bogeys and double bogeys. That's a triple. And then a couple of birdies, which is nice. 7,000-yard tees, pretty hard to complain. Let's check out the stats here. 8 pars, 2 birdies on that round, 5 bogeys, 2 doubles, and 1, I guess, triple or better there. 27 putts is really good. I like that. 41-minute round, I'm sure. That's a little long in the tooth. Really poor green in regulation percentage there. Not bad fairway in regulation percentage. And then you see, I guess, what my handicap would have been, 7 strokes over par, which it wasn't actually 7 strokes. And then whatever this number is, I am far too lazy to look. 255 was the longest drive. Sadly, that was probably the 3-wood. Average was 218. Ball speed 130, and best ball speed was 141. And 104 feet of putting. There you have it, guys. As always, I appreciate you watching the videos. It's going to be a week and a half or more before I post another video. We're headed on vacation, but maybe watch some of my older stuff if you're jonesing to do so, and we will see you in about a week and a half. Have a good one.